오늘 우리가 만날 테일러 스위프트는 지금의 세계적인 슈퍼스타가 아닙니다. 14살의 소녀, 기타를 처음 잡고 꿈을 처음 말하던 그때의 테일러입니다. 그녀는 말합니다. 내 사진이 벽에 걸려 있을 뿐이에요. 난 여전히 처음과 같은 사람이에요. 이 인터뷰는 테일러가 가족의 사랑, 음악에 대한 열정, 그리고 자신을 믿는 힘으로 어떻게 꿈을 현실로 만들었는지 보여줍니다. 14살의 테일러, 그녀의 목소리 속에는 이미 오늘의 테일러 스위프트가 살고 있었던 겁니다. 자, 그럼 14살 때의 테일러를 만나보시죠.
Taylor, tell me, how did the idea come about for your family to decide to move to Nashville?
Well, we had been coming into Nashville for months and months to meet with people and just get acquainted with the town and the industry and everything. We've been coming here forever. And we started noticing that when we would leave, every single time it would get harder and harder for us to get on the plane to go back. So my mom started looking online for like properties and stuff. And we found this house and we absolutely fell in love with it. So all of us were just like, we gotta move here.
How has it been?
It's been amazing because it wasn't just moving to a new house, it was moving to a whole new life. And we didn't know anybody here, which was kind of scary, but then again, it was totally awesome because you're starting over. It was just really cool.
What has it been like since you moved?
It's been amazing. We have totally fallen in love with this town and everybody in it. It just seems like there's such a genuine niceness here. Everybody's so sweet and I just love it. I love Nashville.
Yeah, what do you like particularly about Nashville? Or how's the music community for you?
The music community is great because everybody's really talented and awesome, but they're so laid back too. So it's just kind of like, you know, you see Faith Hill in the grocery store and people are like, oh, I saw Faith Hill today. You know, I don't know, it's just really cool. It's just a really great vibe here. It's awesome.
When did you first realize that you wanted to be in a country music singer?
I think when I was 6 years old and I first got the LeAnn Rimes album, I was just dead set. That's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be like her. When I first got her album, Blue, I was crazy over it. I would play that album over and over and over and again. And I mean, I just was totally dead set that that was what I was going to do.
But you come from the north, so how did you fall in love with this country music?
My mom's from Texas, so she was a country music freak. And she brought me up on Patsy Cline and Dolly Parton. And as soon as the LeAnn Rimes album came out, that was totally right up my alley. And I was totally into country after that. It was all I wanted to listen to.
Tell me a little bit about your CD collection.
My CD collection is very interesting. I've got, you know, so many country albums, but then I've got like Yellow Card and Simple Plan and D12 and like everybody, Kelly Clarkson. I mean, I listen to everything, for real, like everything. And when my friends come over, they're like, oh my God, you've got Tim McGraw next to Eminem. What is wrong with you? But it's just, I love music. I love, you know, pop melodies, but I love country stories and I love rock songs and I just love it all. It's just awesome.
Do you think you're going to become a star and do you care?
Huh?
Do you think you're going to become a star and do you care if you do?
You know what? It would be really cool. But, I mean, it has been what I have been trying to do. It's been what I've been living for my entire life, is to just get to a point where I can do what I love so that people can see. And if I don't, then I don't. I mean, it wasn't meant to be. I really believe that there was a plan and that things are supposed to happen the way that they're supposed to happen. And I just, you know, I'm kind of just seeing how it goes. I'm at a great place in my life right now. And hopefully things will keep moving and just keep changing. But, you know, I'm just going to see what happens.
What does your music mean to you?
My music means everything to me. When I go through something, I have to write a song about it. I have to write a poem about it. Writing is everything to me. If I didn't have that as a release, I think I'd go crazy because, I mean, when I go through something, that's how I express. I write a poem about it, I write a song about it. I write in my journal every single night, so music and writing all together, I really can't picture my life without it. So,
How did you start writing music?
how did I start writing music? When I first picked up a guitar, I was 12, and that was almost 3 years ago. Yeah. I first picked up a guitar when I was 12, and by the time I'd learned 3 chords, I had written my first song. So that was like a week after I picked up the guitar. So I just started there and didn't stop.
What was that first song like that you wrote?
My first song was called Lucky You, and it was this cute little song written by a 12-year-old, and I mean, it'll always be so close to me because it was the first time I ever realized, look at this, look what you can do when you put these 2 things together. It was just really cool.
Can you sing a little bit of it for us?
Okay. It was like, her mama named her Lucky on a starlit night. A rabbit's foot in her pocket, she dances in spite of the fact that she's different, and yet she's the same. And it's just like this little cute song, and I was like so in love with it.
Tell me what things or people that you hold dearest to your heart.
Well, I'm always going to be so close to my family because, you know, no matter what friends you have, your family's always been there. And they've seen you in times when you've been totally this low, and then they've seen you when you've been so happy, and they kind of know how to balance it out. I'm always going to love my friends. I have these awesome friends, and they're so cool, and they're really close to me. But I think my number one's always going to be music because I don't know, it's just kind of always been a part of me. It's awesome.
What does music do for you?
It depends on what day. Sometimes it can make me totally happy. Like after I write a song and I know it's just crazy and tight and awesome, then that lifts me up for that day. And maybe for the whole week, it's a natural high. But then on some days when you're dealing with something and you're having to cope with something and trying to figure something out, sometimes it, you know, it just kind of completes you because if you're going through a situation where you really don't know what's going on, question it in a song. It just gets better. I love passionate songs that are like desperate and crazy and awesome.
Was it hard making new friends?
Making new friends was surprisingly easy. I was so scared going into it because I was, you know, I came from this little small town and everything. But people here were so just open to everything. They didn't think it was weird that I had this career, that I had this separate life. They wanted to get to know me as a person, which was awesome, and I'm so thankful for that. I made friends really quickly, and I got in with this group of girls who were just totally awesome and totally, you know, backing me all the way, which is awesome, but they know that it's not everything, you know. They see me as a person too. So, but they know how to deal with it. They know all the little vocab words. I'm doing a session right now. I'm going to see my publisher. You know, people who get to know me have to really learn like everything that I'm doing. And it seems like, I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing band practice. I'm doing rehearsal. I'm in a session. I'm writing. You know, that's a lot to learn for a friend.
Tell me about some of your favorite stars.
My favorite stars, my number one's always going to be Leanne Rimes because she just has been there. I feel like she's been there for me from the time I was 6 years old till now. She's just always been my favorite no matter what. I think Britney Spears is awesome just because she has this aura that, you know, being around her in real life, people just change, and she's just so awesome that way. She has this aura that people just can't resist, and that's what I love about Britney Spears because she's just like nobody else. She's very different.
What's the hardest thing about doing what you do?
The hardest thing is putting the guitar down, I think. And, you know, sometimes it's really hard when you know that you want to write a song about something but you can't get it out. I think that's the hardest thing. But it seems just to be so much fun that usually it's just so cool and fun that you just don't really see it as work at all. I mean, it's fun to say, yeah, I'm working after school. I'm really going to a writing session. I can't wait, you know? It's like, it's not really work for me at all.
Can you tell me that story about the beach when you were really little?
When I was little, they couldn't shut me up. I mean, I just would not stop singing, ever. We had this beach house in Stone Harbor, and when I was like 4 years old, I would just walk down the beach and go to different people's towels and just start singing. And they'd just be like, So I have always been like crazy over music, and I think it was always there, and I mean, you really couldn't shut me up when I was little.
What's the scariest thing for you about this business?
The scariest thing, I think, is failure, because it's so common and it happens so much. I think I would just be so scared that, you know, nothing would ever happen. But then that was what was meant to happen, I think. So I think it's just always going to be okay. That's how I'm seeing it, is just try to get where you want to go. But if it doesn't happen, then your life is still okay. But I'm really, 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 really trying.
What happens if you, and I know you just said this, but what happens if you don't become a star? You're not able to make, you know, a living by making music?
If I'm not a star, then I definitely want to be a writer. I mean, I know that what I want to do is music, because everyone's like, yeah, you should do what you love. And this is what I love. This is what I feel I was meant to do, because I think it means something when you can't put a guitar down and you can't stop writing and you can't stop, you know, thinking about new ideas for songs. I'd be a writer for other artists. I'm just totally infatuated with this business and everything about it. Okay.
Tell me again about the first time you started playing guitar.
Well, when I first picked up a guitar, it was just like magic. And the guy who worked on our computer actually came over and taught me a few chords on it. And as soon as I'd learned 3 chords, I never put it down. And I would play it for 4 hours a day, just sitting there playing the same chords over and over again until my fingers were like raw and gross. And people would just be like, why are you playing for so long? Oh my God, you need to just put it down. And I would be like, put it down. It's okay, you can put it down. You've been playing long enough today. And I just played until I got good. I wanted to be good. And usually when I really, really want something, I am going to try as hard as I can until I can get it. And I really, really wanted to learn to play guitar.
What else do you like to do besides write music and play music?
Well, I love to hang out with my friends. And we just sit in my room and blast the music and dance around and be weird and crazy. And I love it whether we're going to the movies or we're going to the games. We just have a lot of fun. I love my high school. It's so weird that I love school because I never did before, but my high school is so awesome. And I go to Hendersonville High School, and it's totally cool. It's like a family. It's just really cool.
Okay. Anything else that you like to do?
I like shopping. And and I like sometimes we go out on the boats and stuff, which is fun because we live on the lake.
What is your sort of big dream for yourself?
My big dream is to be, for some little girl, what Leanne Rimes was to me. To be someone's role model and be someone's inspiration. That would just be so cool for me if I could reach out to people like that without even knowing them. I just think that's amazing that could happen. So that would be my big dream.
Tell us a little bit.
Well, my grandmother on my mother's side was this famous opera singer in Puerto Rico. And on the other side of my family, they wrote poems. Big poets and writers and awesome. And then on my dad's side, they all played instruments by ear. They played banjo, and my grandfather was just a crazy organ player, and I think it all just kind of mixed together. And I'm so happy that it did because I'm loving this.
So you were basically the reason your family picked up and moved from Pennsylvania to Nashville. Tell me a little bit more about that again.
Well, we just fell in love with Nashville as a city. As you know, this part of the country is just so amazing. And the fact that I have to work here is just kind of a little thing. I mean, the fact that I work here is the reason that we came here initially. It's kind of what planted the little idea in our heads. But I think it was a total joint decision. The whole family, we just all fell in love over here.
But did you one night come to your mom and dad and say, I would like to move there, would you? Or did you remember?
Actually, they came to me, they're like, we found this house that we're in love with. We're just gonna go look at it, you know, doesn't mean anything. We all walked in and we're all like, yeah, we're moving here. So it's just been amazing.
And about the people that you've been working with, you know, this co-writers and producers, etc. How's that been?
It's amazing. I love that this town has so many talented people in it, because talented people don't always have to be kind and sweet. And all the people that I've worked with have been just beautiful people on the inside, and so nurturing and so kind. And I was just blown away by that they could be writing these hits for people and still be the same person you can tell that they started out being. They don't get big heads. It's really cool.
Is it going to be hard for you if you, say, have to start going out on tour and not going to school anymore or for a while?
Well, I do love school, but I love this. You know, I love music, and going out on tour and traveling, it's all just fun for me because it's seeing more places that I've never been and traveling with a band. And when you have a band, it's like a new family. It'll be hard to leave school if a tour comes along, but I mean, I love performing live. It's one of the most fun things that I do. It's totally a rush. And to be on tour and to be performing live like every night, that's what I love. I love it. So I think it would be really fun.
Do you think much about, I mean, do you think about your future much, or are you just living in the present?
I think about my future every day. I think about what's going to happen, and I plan ahead, and I'm totally one of those people who's like, okay, what's going to happen then? And then what's going to happen then? You know, I'm just neat freak, anal, just all that stuff. But part of me is thinking now that I'm just going to live one day at a time, because it's so much fun, and I want to just enjoy it for everything that it is.
Do you feel young? Do people say you're so young? Do people expect this young kid to come in who doesn't really know what she's doing? I mean,
that happens a lot. It really does when I go into a writer's meeting and, you know, they're really nice, and then I leave and they tell my publisher and my mom, you know, we thought she was going to come in here and be like, you know, we'd have to write a song for her. And I'm like, you thought that? So there are a lot of stereotypes for young people, but I really think that if you prove yourself, then people will see past your age.
That you keep, like, there's this feeling like, wow, I can't believe, is this me here? Or...
Exactly. I mean, every time I went into the store and my picture was on the wall in Abercrombie, it kind of freaked me out. I mean, my friends would tell me like how they would go to the store and be like, oh, hey, Tayler, and the people in the store would be like, you're talking to the wall. But I mean, it was totally cool. I had a great experience doing that.
Do you feel that way about everything, though? Like every new thing that you get to do, wow, now I just got to meet so-and-so, and now I'm on a photo shoot, and now I'm doing, is it sort of like that for you?
Yeah, but it doesn't, I don't feel like it changes me as a person. I'm still the same person that I started out as being. You know, my picture's just on the wall. It's not that big of a deal for me. I don't think it makes me above anybody else. It really doesn't.
What about your name? Is that your name, Taylor Swift?
That's my name. Yeah, that's the one on my birth certificate. I don't think I would ever change my name.
I want you to tell me more about your family, your brother. Tell me about, do you get along with all your family?
Well, my family is very, very, very close. We are so close-knit, and we have to sit down dinners usually, and we're always together. We are all headstrong though, so, we have our moments where we clash, but everybody else does too, so. I feel like we're just kind of a normal family. It's just like everybody else. I'm really close to my brother. We can have the worst fights sometimes, but ultimately we have a really, really close bond.
Okay, I promise that's it. I promise.